This new IPO stock is about to break out. Should you buy this stock now? So this stock is Dole stock. In this Dole stock analysis video, we'll be taking a look at whether is Dole stock a good buy now. Before we begin, if you are new to this channel, my name is Linus, and in this channel I share all things related to the stock market, so both investing and trading. If you want more videos such as this, make sure you subscribe to my channel because each week I release 2 new videos about investing, trading and the stock market. Alright, so let's first take a look at what does the company does. So if we take a look at Yahoo Finance over here, we see that Dole Plc stock is in the farm products industry, and we take a look at exactly what they do. Over here we have a description. So they say Dole Plc engages in procuring, marketing and distributing fresh produce, health foods and consumer goods worldwide. The company operates in the Eurozone and the non-Eurozone of Europe, international and Dole segments. So it is involved in growing, sourcing, importing, packaging, marketing and distributing various fresh fruits, vegetables and flowers. The company offers citrus products, bananas, apples and pears, vegetables, potatoes, salad, tomatoes, stone and soft fruits, grapes, exotics, pineapples and other products. And it also markets and distributes health foods, vitamins, mineral and supplements, pharmacy products, grocery and consumer products. The company serves retailers, wholesalers and food service customers. So that is basically what the company does, and the company is located in Dublin, Ireland, but it is listed in the US stock market. So the next thing we will take a look at is the financials. So first, let's take a look at the total revenue for the company. We have records going back to 2018. So in 2018, the revenue was 4.3 billion for the company, 2019 4.1 billion, and 2020 is 4.3 billion, and in the trailing 12 months it's 5.2 billion. So with the exception of one down year over here, we see that revenue has been consistently increasing for this company. So that's for the revenue for the company. Next, let's take a look at the net income. So net income was 36 million in 2018, 55 million in 2019, 52 million in 2020, and in the trailing 12 months it's 29 million. So net income wasn't as consistent as revenue, because if you take a look in 2020 and the trailing 12 months, net income actually decreased for Dole stock. And if we take a closer look over here, net income for the trailing 12 months was especially low. And we see the reason why over here, because it was of the total other expenses. So we see for total expenses for the trailing 12 months, it was at 24 million compared to other years where it was only 1.7 million or 1.9 million. So this huge increase in total other expenses was one of the reasons why we see net income was especially low for the past 12 months. But this is likely due to a one-off event, so we shouldn't be too worried about it. But this is something to take note of. Now let's go back onto the charts to take a look at the technical action for Dole stock. So over here we see that Dole stock just recently IPO over here. Its IPO date was on 30th of July 2021. So it went up all the way to its intraday high over here where it was around $17.62 before it came crashing down all the way to the low over here where it was around $12.15. And that is why you want to avoid a stock that just IPO'd. And by just IPO, I mean the first 2 to 3 weeks just after a stock IPO'd. So you want to wait at least 2 to 3 weeks before considering whether to buy a stock that just IPO'd. Of course, that's just the first criteria. You also have to take a look at the stock's fundamentals and its price action. So in terms of price action, you want to ideally see the stock forming a nice base first. And over here, we see Dole stock forming a relatively nice base. If we measure the top of the base to the bottom of the base over here, we see that the price decline was about 30%. So it's a relatively shallow base, which means that we do not need the stock to form a large and long base. Because when a stock declines a lot and the depth of the base is larger, it will require the stock a longer time to weed out the supply from the stock. And that is why for a shallow base, you'll need less time to weed out the supply and you can have a shorter base. So over here, we see the stock forming a nice rounded base. And the thing to pay attention to over here is when the stock moves up from the base over here. So if we zoom in over here and we take a look at this advance over here, we notice from this candlestick to the next candlestick, prices actually gap up in price. And you can see that when the stock finally bottoms over here and start to turn up, you see that volume on the up days start to pick up. So over here, we start to see volume picking up on the up days. So on this day over here, on this candlestick, and on the gap up day over here, we also had above average volume. And then the stock continues to move up all the way until it encounters some supply and resistance. And you can see that for the move up over here, there was some above average volume. So far we have some positive signs for Dole stock. But what is even more positive is that when the stock encounters some supply and resistance over here and the stock declines, you see that on these 3 days of decline, volume actually was below average. And when the decline stops over here and the stock starts to turn up, we see volume start to pick up again. So Dole stock is definitely putting in some constructive price action. So what are the key price levels that I'm taking a look at right now when I'm filming this video? So just take note, when I'm filming this video, it's on the Tuesday. And when you watch this video when it's released on Thursday, there will be at least 1 to 2 trading sessions that have already passed. But right now for me, what I'm currently looking at is this price level over here indicated by the blue line at the price level of around $15. So if the stock is able to clear this price level cleanly, then this stock is definitely something to pay attention to. And if the stock doesn't do what I expect it to do, then the price level that I'm taking a look at to manage my risk is this area over here. So this area of around $14.20. So this price level is the low of this decline over here, and you can see that over here, prices also managed to find support at this price level of around $14.20. So that's a price level that I'm looking at to manage my risk. So that's my Dole stock analysis. Hopefully you have enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you did, smash that like button because it really helped the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you want more weekly stock ideas and tips, make sure you join my Facebook and Telegram groups. I included the links down in the description below. I'll see you in the other videos to your financial success.